Do you ever find yourself just jumping from one hobby to the next? Well, today we're going to dive into the psychology behind that totally fascinating and, let's be honest, sometimes frustrating cycle of passion projects. Does this sound at all familiar? You find something new, you get completely obsessed with it, you are living and breathing it for weeks, and then, poof, all of a sudden that spark just kind of vanishes. So, 1 month, you've bought all the yarn, you got the best needles, you've watched like hours of tutorials, you're planning on making scarves for every single person you know. This is it. You're gonna be a master knitter. But then, just like that, knitting's a distant memory. Now your search history is just packed with Python tutorials and software dev forums. You're building an app, and it's gonna change the world. Until you hear this one song, and you just think, I have to learn guitar. The code is completely forgotten, and now it is all about finger placements and chord progressions. Yeah, this whole pattern can be really confusing. It might even make you feel kind of flaky or, undisciplined. But what if I told you this has nothing to do with a failure of willpower? That's right, this is not just a you thing. It is a recognized psychological trait, and it actually has a really cool name. Polymathic restlessness? So get this, it's not about an inability to focus. It's about a powerful internal drive to explore. It's like this hunger for new knowledge and new skills across a huge range of topics. Society tends to celebrate the specialist, that person who digs one super deep well of knowledge. But the polymath? Oh, you're doing something totally different. Instead of one deep well, you're building this amazing interconnected river system, pulling water and ideas from all sorts of different places. Okay, so if it's not a lack of discipline, what in the world is actually going on here? What's the engine behind this constant need to learn something new? Well, as it turns out, there's a pretty predictable cycle at play. It usually follows these 4 steps. First, you have ignition, that incredible spark when something new grabs you. Then comes immersion, where you are just absorbing information at an incredible speed. But then, and this is the most important part, you hit a mastery plateau. See, the really steep, exciting part of the learning curve is over, and for you, the thrill was in that rapid climb. Once it slows down, your brain just naturally starts exploring for the next big challenge. I mean, think about it. From the time we're kids, we're asked, so, what do you want to be when you grow up? And the expectation is always a single answer, right? We're pushed to specialize, to become an expert in just one thing. And because of all that pressure from society, it is incredibly easy to look at this whole pattern and just judge yourself. And judge yourself harshly. You might think you lack commitment or that you're just a professional dabbler. But let's try to reframe that, shall we? Okay, let's totally flip the script here. Instead of telling yourself, I'm a quitter, try this on. I'm a great starter and a rapid learner. You don't have no focus, you're an idea synthesizer. You can literally take a concept from coding and apply it to making music. And that old saying, jack of all trades, master of none? No way. The truth is, you see connections that specialists, way down in their deep wells, completely miss. Let that one sink in for a second. Your real skill isn't knitting or coding or playing the guitar. Your actual core skill is the process of learning. You can parachute into almost any topic and get up to speed faster than just about anyone else. That, my friend, is a superpower. So what's the big takeaway here? First, please accept that this is a fundamental trait of who you are. It is not a flaw. Second, you gotta recognize that your true strength is in learning fast and mashing ideas together in cool new ways. And finally, you have to understand that in our complex, crazy, fast-changing world, your ability to think across different fields is more valuable than it has ever been. Your knowledge of knitting isn't useless when you start coding. It taught you about patterns and process and patience. The logic you learned from coding can absolutely inform how you structure a song. It is all connected. Your job is just to find those connections. So I'll just leave you with this question. Take a look at that trail of hobbies you've left behind you. That is not a monument to a lack of focus. That is a collection of unique tools and perspectives. The real adventure isn't finding the one thing to stick with forever. It's figuring out what incredible things you can build when you combine them all.